In this video, I'm going to be showing you the best macro and how to macro anything in Anime Adventures. I will also show you how to set it up, how to use it efficiently, and how to fix some common issues. Before we jump in, you can find the video timestamps in the comments for an easy navigation. And if you're planning to buy Informal's macro, be sure to use code MUSHER or my link in the description to support the channel. Now, let's get started. Alright, so now that you clicked on the link in the description, you're going to want to log in first and scroll a little bit down and purchase one of these if you already have it. Now, although it is pretty expensive, you could get the $5 monthly. It is pretty cheap at $5, but it is really worth it. So you're going to want to download the latest one, which is of right now 5.9. Once you downloaded it, you're going to want to go to your folder. So once you have your downloads open, you're going to find the latest one, which you just download. For instance, it's this one. You're going to right click and extract all. Once it is extracted, you're going to find the folder that you just extracted. Double click and double click on this. Now you're going to be greeted with this. Alright, to set it up, you're going to want to go to your Roblox settings, go to your settings, turn shift lock off, turn camera mode on default, turn movement mode on default, go down, and change the camera sensitivity to 0.2. And yes, you can't just do this and that. Or maybe you can. I don't know. Now, you have to turn your graphics quality to manual and set it all the way down to the first bar. Scroll down and turn the UI navigation toggle to on and the rest off. You can leave VR if you want, but it doesn't really matter. So let me show you the rest of the settings in game. Before I forget, turn on hide other pets and depth of field. Turn this on. Alright, now that you're in the game, you're going to want to go to the settings, turn this off, and turn this off. This one, turn this one on. Both of them, they are going to light up. All of these are going to be lighted up. So you're just going to want to make all of them gray. So you're going to scroll down a little bit more and turn on auto skip waves. Turn on show upgrade UI on left. And turn all the effects on. Low quality, disable kill, disable other players' effects, disable attack effects. Alright, so you now need a config. So you're going to want to join Informal Frog Discord server, which I will put in the description. You're going to scroll down, and you should already have the AA rule, and click on AA configs. Now you can search up whatever config you want. For example, I would want a winter event config, and it will show up. Or you could use these quick tabs if I wanted a winter, and it should show all of this. Alright, so now that you found your config, which for me, I'm going to use a solo winter event with no uniques from Agent. Thank you to Agent. So now we have to find the correct order of the slots. So we can take an idea of what he needs. For example, Dark Mage, Siren, Sid, Grimjow, CEO, and Boma, which it says right here. So let me just make the team. So now that I made my team, which I do not have that great of units, you are going to want to go back to Discord and go to the pins, or it should be near here. So I'm just going to go to the pins and go to latest winter event config and download. So once it's downloaded, you're going to want to open your files, which you're going to want to make this half of the size, and files. So we're going to want to go to downloads, and now we have our winter event config. So we're going to want to go to settings, we're going to want to go to raid settings, hold left click and drag it, and replace the file destination. Alright, to go to Card Prio, you're going to want to go to this guy right here, the same thing by agent, solo winter event, you can search it up, and go to the pins, and there are 2 prios. A baby, which is an easy card prio, or a hard prio. So since I do not have good units, I'm going to use the baby prio, and you're going to want to download. So when you download, you're going to want to open this. You're going to go back to your settings, double click on winter event settings, and hold left click and drag Card Prio, and replace the file. So now you may want to make a config yourself. So I'm not the most experienced config maker, but I do know a little bit. So whatever one you want, for example, I'm just gonna do Planet Namek Infinite. You're going to want to get your right setup. So for example, I'm going to use this team. So my unit slot is, which is my cheapest money unit, is 5, which you always want to do your money units first, unless you want to do it some other way. I usually don't do any upgrades, and I place it where there's nothing. So right here, right here, right here, right here, over here, over here. Okay, I think you heard enough over here. So for the hills, you're going to want to place it near the hills. It's pretty self-explanatory. So you're just going to right click, and you're going to do the same for 3 times if you have CEO. Alright, so now that you did that, I'd suggest doing a hill unit first. So mine is slot 2, and I'm going to do upgrade 1. Select coordinates, I'm going to put it right here. Maybe not so close to the trees. Now we're going to want to go to slot 5, and we're going to copy the X coordinates and the Y coordinates. We're going to do this for both of these, and the reason why we want to do it for both of them is that way it has precise clicking skills. Sounds kind of dumb, but it can click on the right coordinates, and we will change the upgrade to max. So now that they are on max, we're going to add number 1. We're going to select our coordinates, and we're going to place it right in the middle. And now we're going to upgrade it to upgrade 2, since now we have our CEO. Now our unit slot, we're going to do unit slot 4. We're going to max it out, and our coordinate is going to be right next to it again. So now that it is like that, we're going to want to now max both of these. So our unit slot 2, hold up, this is unit slot 5. So unit slot 2 was first. So we're going to copy the X and Y coordinates again. That way it can be precise and know where to click. Upgrade max, and then we get our first unit, which is up here. Copy it again. This is slot 1, and upgrade to max. Now that's probably the easiest thing to make, and if you ever do move around and you want to start, just try to be in the middle and aim at the play section with your leaderboard out. To change the custom image, you're going to want to save this image. For example, this one is in Ein's Throne Legends stages, Act 1, 2, and 3 for poor people, which is me. So thankfully, Joshua gave us an image that we can save. So it should already have the name custom map image. Do not change the name and click on save. We're going to open file and another file. So now that we open 2 files, we're going to move 1, and we're going to do the same thing, which we do not have another file. Hello? Alright, so now that we open another file, we're going to put these 2 together, open the one that we just had, go to our downloads, go to images, map images, and we're going to hold left click and drag it. Now we're going to replace the file in the same destination. So now you want to add a private server. So you're going to want to go to roblox.com/home and go click on release the anime adventures and click on these 3 dots, click on configure, and it should show down here. So you're going to want to close your Roblox and paste it. Now wait for it to go with the big long link like this with multiple letters, and you have to copy it really fast. Now to insert it, you're going to want to open your macro, and under the box, under private server, you're either going to want to press Ctrl V or right click and paste. Now to enable webhooks, you're going to want to go to your Discord server, click on the gear, click on interrogations, click on webhooks, and add a new webhook. So I already have one and I'm not going to make a new one. So you're going to want to click on the one that you just created. You can change the name and picture, and you are going to want to copy webhook URL. So now that you copied that, you're going to want to go back to your macro and Ctrl V on webhook. Now to get your Discord user ID, you're going to want to go to your settings and scroll all the way down to advanced and turn on developer mode. Now that you have developer mode, you can type whatever, water. Now you're going to right click and copy user ID and Ctrl V or right click paste, and you can save it if you want. So now you may be wondering, how do you make your macro do this, show your rewards? So to do this, you are going to want to go back to your macro folder, which is the one on my left. Go to settings, click on other, and now you should see webhook settings. So you're going to want to double click this and you should see this. Now the third row should say multi webhook. So you're going to want to change the 0 to 1. After you did that, you're going to click on file and save. Now that you saved it, you can click on the X. To change delay, you're going to want to go to the same area. You're going to want to click on settings, other, configurable settings, and you should be greeted with this. So I usually just ignore all these. You can change the colors if you want, hill attempts, but we're going to focus on placement delay. So the placement delay basically delays the placement of the unit. So ground place delay, you can change all of this. 1000 milliseconds equals to 1 second. So when you want to start an Infinity Castle macro, it does not move. So if I press F1, well, I don't have any units down, but when I pressed F1, the tab would just go out and it would press this. To fix this, you're going to want to press on areas, Infinity Mansion, and go to the Muzan, and right here, just click on Roblox and click on F1, and it should work. Now to start a custom one, you're going to want to go to your play area, click on F1, go here, go to your legend stages, or whatever stage you want, except Magic Hills. Magic Hills does not work. You're gonna go to any stage you want. You can even go over here. For example, I'm just gonna do the Dungeon Throne and select, play here, and start. So now once you're in the game, it will start the macro. Now, you might be as bad as me at the game. Well, probably not. But if you want to find a group and you're not as good, and you do not want to show your units, this is probably the best way to get a good group. Or you could get a really good duo, like what I did. So you're going to want to do pound pound, I think what these are called, and then you're going to want to put hosting however long you want. For example, I'm just gonna do 14 plus hours winter event, and then you're going to put LF, which means looking for, or MLF, which is most looking for. So I'm just gonna put looking for, and then we're going to put meta units, uniques, and buffs. Now you're going to want to put slots open, or that's what I usually put, and I put 5. Now the last thing, you have to put DM me a screenshot of units to get rank. Now if they do DM you and you do not like it, like say they have no buffs, no meta units, and no uniques, just say NTY, which means no thank you. And if you turn down a lot of people, just put DM me again if you have already. And you send it, people will start DMing you, send them your private server, and you're good to go. Now if they do leave, you can go to AA vouch and do a bad vouch. For example, bad vouch at Musher, key left in the middle of the round. That's basically it. Some errors might include that you do not have auto hotkey, and all you have to do is search up autohotkey.com, click on download, and download v2.0, not v1.1. Another error you might have is that you do not have Blox. You need Blox, the newest version of course, and I will show you how to add this for your flags. Now this is totally safe because the owner of Informal Frog macro sent this. So now that you have downloaded Blox, you're going to want to open Blox up, click on configure settings, and go to engine settings, and click on fast flag editor. Now I already have the flags, but to add it, you're going to want to click on add new, import JSON, copy this, I'll put it in the description, or you can get it in Informal's Discord server, and click on OK, which I already have it. If your click to move does not work in Roblox, like for example, winter event is not clicking and you're not moving, or it is clicking and you're not moving, or the other way around, you're going to want to click on settings, challenges, and double click on UI format. Now click to move says =0, you're going to change this to 1. Click on file and save. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, which was probably really easy. Thank you so much for watching, and let's get on to the time lapse.